As a serious car collector, having a beautiful and classic older model is always a highlight of your garage. However, there's times when a collector simply doesn't want to have to worry that their classic car might not start for them. The carbs might be out of tune, there might be an unexpected drain on the battery and it won't start. There's numerous little issues that can arise in the world of classic car ownership. That's why sometimes having a modern luxury car that's beautifully styled but also reliable with lower maintenance costs is the golden goose of the car world. The 2019 Lexus LC500 definitely fits that bill, creating a curvaceous and modern design unlike any this marque has produced before. Besides its sleek and sporty design, the LC500 is powered by a 5-liter V8 producing 471 horsepower that will launch the car from 0 to 60 in well under 5 seconds. The 10-speed automatic transmission has been improved for the 2019 model and gives the car a crisper and more refined shift that are especially rewarding when using the paddle shifters. The LC500 is that perfect combination where sporty meets grand touring. And it's definitely a touring car. It's 4,400 pounds roughly, so they're not light, but they're nimble and they're not huge. It's just this wonderful combination. It's kind of like just the best of both worlds. So these cars have a claimed top speed of about 170 miles an hour. And when you're first in the car cruising in traffic, you don't feel the speed so much as just the usability and comfort. But once you get that nice open stretch of road where you can really hit the throttle, you realize you can get yourself in a bit of trouble and get quite a few speeding tickets in this thing if there's no traffic around and if you're a bit of a lead foot like I am. This car is definitely elegant looking, and driving it around, it got a lot of head turns. Funny enough, it actually got some more head turns than some of the Ferraris I've driven. And part of that is because it's something more surprising to see. When you're driving around a Ferrari, people expect it to be loud and stylistic and a head turner. But when you see this driving by, it's not what you expect. And especially the front end and the rear end, the whole car, it's curvy. The front end is wide and low with a really cool spindle grille. The turn signals go down the side of the car right here on both the front and back. So it has a lot of very modern, unique features that just make it really catch your eye when it drives by. So while I usually deal in older cars, and my passion is with older cars. I like new cars, they're nice, but I like the personality of older cars. But I have to admit that the comfort, the amenities, just the modern technology in new cars is absolutely amazing. So this morning, when we were about to do the video, I got in the car and I didn't have a single second thought on, oh gee, I hope this starts. And I definitely can't say that about a lot of the Ferraris we deal with, or any of the other cars, Lamborghinis, but it doesn't matter. If it's an older car, you get that worry like, oh gee, okay, I hope everything goes right today. One of the features, the modern features I love on this car, and I know it's not unique to just this car, but I don't deal in new cars that often, so I like it. I think it's fun. You hit the unlock button twice, and the door handle presents itself. And then you lock it and it hides back away. And I love it. I think it's fun. Another feature of this car is the trunk, and it's not super modern. It doesn't have some fancy wave your foot or anything like that to open it up, but it does have a little hidden button right here that you press and the trunk opens up. And the good thing is this car does have lots of trunk space. So it's user-friendly in the sense that you could throw a bunch of luggage in it and go wherever you want, without a second thought. Whereas a lot of the more sporty sport cars don't have the luggage space. Plus, the back seat of this car, since it's really not made for human beings, you can throw even more luggage back there. The interior of this car is just as luxurious as you would expect it to be. So everything you see is leather or the Alcantara, and everything that's not leather or Alcantara is brushed aluminum. So it feels very luxurious. As my dad would say, you feel like you're sitting in a designer purse. You feel just luxurious. Some of the features on this car are unique and I like them a lot. The gauge is probably my favorite. So basically it's a digital display like you would expect from a modern car. It has one circular gauge that's actually, it's physical. It's an actual like aluminum circle there. And when you flip through right here, you can control sport mode or custom, whatever you want. And then there's a button on the steering wheel. And when you press that button, the entire gauge actually scoots on over to the side and displays more options along the left-hand side for you to scroll through. So, and it doesn't look like it should move, but you hit the button and bloop, it pops right over. So that was a fun little feature to find out about. The shifter is pretty cool. It's nothing too revolutionary, but instead of just being straight up sequential, you have to push it over and into gear, kind of like it's a real manual, sort of. I don't know, I guess it gives you that essence of a real manual stick. The infotainment system on this car, it's in other Lexus and it's a little hard to get used to at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool. You can, you know, kind of use it like you would a wireless, like a touchpad, and it's pretty, you know, it works just fine. I like the big heads-up display, or the heads-up display is fun above the dash where it shows you the speed limit, you know, all the normal stuff. And then the main display in the middle is big enough to where you can glance over and see everything you need. It's not this tiny little screen like on some cars where it's almost worthless. Because of the miracle of depreciation, these cars started at about 100,000, but now can be purchased for about 20 grand less than what they sold for when new. Now, of course, that depends on the mileage and condition and all kinds of factors, but that's your rough price, which for a car like this, it's awesome bang for your buck. I mean, you're getting something that has almost 500 horsepower and it's comfortable. It's an amazing modern car with a beautiful design. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe because it supports our channel, and stay tuned because we got a lot more videos coming out very soon. This car is sold for about 100,000 when new. The starting price was about 92,000, but once you add in options and everything, you cross that 100,000 mark pretty quickly because of the